What's up, everybody? I'm always being asked, hey, what's your bunny build? I like your bunny. Your bunny is cracked out. Your bunny's doing this. Your bunny's doing that. So finally, I was like, okay, let me just drop this video and show you guys instead of holding it back. Because I figured it's like 99 bunny videos. Who wants to see it? But everybody keeps asking me, I want to see your bunny. I'm like, fine, here's my bunny. Okay, so let's look at skill power here is 11k, 9k defense, 6k HP. She doesn't need too much of either or. She is my dungeon and grinder. I do not use it for bossing realistically unless it's obstructor. And I will cover a build. If you do want to boss with her, there is a way to go about it, and I'll show you guys that shortly. Her best in slot weapon, what I recommend for people, is a blue beetle, simply because when you use a fusion skill, you get skill critical hit rate 30%, right? And then on top of use a singular skill, you get purification, so you remove a debuff. So if she's burning and poison, etc., you just dash, boom, you're healed. So really good, because we all know Bunny don't use weapons. She use that good old cake of hers along with her skills, right? So this is good to have. I recommend using that. I have Naz Devotion here for backup, just simply for debuffing, for running with a team, whatever. It helps. It's a really solid. It's nice. But I would say Blue Beetle is best in slot for her weapon. For your reactor, this is what you want. You want the Blue Beetle mounting along with electric. Well, it's not really electric. You can get by. I would say do singular, but electric just covers all your moves, so it's not too shabby. Some people, if you want to use for bossing, go for Colossi, but you definitely need skill critical hit damage. If I can get a gold roll on it, I will. It'd be Christmas, but right now this is the best I got, and this is what I'm loving. Her components, you want Slayer, not the what is it called? Supernova. Supernova is nice, but when you're mapping a lot, it really doesn't help much because the thing is that Thunderbolt just procs and the enemy's already been nuked. So it's like I don't bother with it. I feel it's not worth it. This was a lot better, harder hitting, way smoother, and on top of that, more general rounds capacity if you run general round weapon like a Thunder Cage, etc. But really, we're using this simply for skill power 26%. It's really nice. As for the build, we run high voltage on this, along with amp control for a range, HP collector. This is what makes the build so solid as to why I don't need armor or dual HP mods. HP collector is so good because your map, you get 9% HP every 2 seconds, literally. When you're nuking and hitting enemies, you're getting HP. Even in bossing, when you kill the ads, you get 9% HP back. It's really nice. Electric specialist with singular specialist for the damage. Skill expansion, of course, for your range. HP because survivability. Skill concentration for critical hit damage, along with emergency measures and front lines for damage and crit rate, then MP conversion for cooldown. So we have this on a 14-second cooldown with a 20-second duration, which is perfectly fine. Some people may argue and say, hey, instead of HP collector, they probably would have dropped, what is it? Skill, whatever the hell it's called. Oh, or Malachite, sorry. For 10% crit chance. So let's go skill. Insight, sorry. Skill insight. Some people might put that there if you want the 10%, but honestly, Bunny crits so much so frequently and she hits so hard that it's no point in adding that in there unless you just feel like you just want that extra crit rate. But this is comfier, puts me in a safer spot and a place where I feel, I guess, good and unstoppable, literally. So I don't mind it. I prefer it. It's solid for me. Now here, I still have to tweak a couple things, but this is more of the boss setup. And also, if you want to tweak something to run around with it, it's pretty fun. Superconductor. What it does, it lowers the enemy's attack. Really good on Colossi or anything that hits you with physical attacks. So ads, for example, roly polies, or even in mapping is really good. And if you're mapping, Decimate pairs well with Superconductor because look, when you defeat them with a debuff, you get a 50% basically a skill power modifier added on. So Decimate is really good paired with Superconductor. And with her inflicting electrocution, she has a perk where she debuffs enemies, basically debuffs their defense. And to show you that, I'll explain it here. If you look at electric attack here, enemies afflicted with electrocution take damage over a period of time, suffer weakened defense, and experience mild days. So when she electrocutes them, they suffer weakened defense. So your team or yourself, basically everything you're using physically, bullets, basically your gun, is going to be doing more damage. So that's if you want to use it for bossing. Like I said, I don't really use it, so I'm not gonna really push it or really work on this build. Waiting for the update so I can tweak this and obviously fix my cats. But right now, this build is comfy, it's solid, it's sweet. I've been using this build for the longest. I've done a lot of brain testing with this. I believe 9 or 10 caddies in on her too. Let's see. She has 10 caddies. So I've done a lot of tweaks and stuff like that. And this has been the most comfiest, solid build I've ran with, and I love it. It's great. It hits hard, and it's absolutely amazing. All right. Try it out. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions or you want to see a demo of it, be sure to stop by on Twitch at Machamp's Gym. Outside of that, guys, leave a comment below. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and take care.